Welcome to 50 Strong. We're so happy that you're here. All right. We'll give it a second to let other folks come on in. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. My name is Candy Tillman. My husband and I started 50 Strong about a year ago. The SkillBridgeConnect series we started in January, and it's been awesome to see how it's grown, not only from just service members that are interested in getting what we think is really strong value, but really excited to have so many leading SkillBridge providers here, many of which are employers offering direct employment pathways for you. So super excited to be here with you all. This is casual. This is easy. If you're nervous, please don't be. We're all just here working hard together toward a common goal. Couple groups I want to thank before we get started. Cushman & Wakefield, Amazon, United Health Group, ADP, and Lowe's. When we had this concept for 50 Strong SkillBridgeConnect, these were basically the employers that said, yes, we love the concept and we want to help make it possible. So we want to thank each of these organizations. 50 Strong is a fully industry supported effort. And everything that we're doing is based on what we're hearing from employers like this. So we thank you all so much. I'd also really important group, the most important group that I want to thank for being here today is the service members. If you are on active duty and you are transitioning out anytime, we thank you so much for being here. Industry exposure is so critical, and we're really excited to have you. I'd also like to thank the military transition counselors that are working hard on the front lines every day. Many of them are here today, but certainly many of them are sharing out about this event. So we really want to send them a huge kudos. To the SkillBridge program leaders, there are 15 SkillBridge program leaders here today. Actually, there's more than that. There's 15 different SkillBridge programs here today, but many leads of those programs are here to support the effort. We thank you all so much for being here and working together. There are SkillBridge advocates in this space, a couple that I'll specifically call out. They're here with us today. Liz Belcaster, Chris Thorne. These are people that are spending so much time really engaging with employers, training partners, and service members to really think about how do we help advance this program forward. We thank them for being here. To the many advocates of this program, we appreciate you. 50 Strong works with 20 education partners that are working to share out these events. We thank them. And if there are industry partners that are here kicking the tires, we thank you for being here. Okay, super important before I say another word, it is really important in order for the breakout rooms to work today that we are all on Zoom 5.3.0 or later. If you are not sure what Zoom version you're running, I'd ask that you just take a quick second to check for that if you need to. If you do have to update, it won't take you long and you can come right back and join us. All right. Really quickly, if you heard about this event from any of our 50 Strong education partners, this is a group of higher ed partners that are working.
Thank you. I would be able to play that.
If everybody could go on mute, that'd be awesome too. But we want to thank them. They are leaning in on career readiness, and outreach around open SkillBridge opportunities for their students is an important avenue toward that. Please certainly leverage your school's career services, regardless of what school that you're with. A little bit about 50 Strong. We host near weekly events, always focused on connecting you directly to military ready employers. Everything we do is about that. And a lot of the events that we set up are based on what we're hearing back from those same employers as needs, right? And so, for example, today's event is part of our direct networking for 50 Strong SkillBridgeConnect, which you see there in the bottom. We also do monthly service member Q&A. And the topics that we talk about in those Q&A sessions are what I'm hearing directly from folks like Nicole Morrison and Jamie McCall and Eddie Dunn after these events for things that they want to tell you before the next event. So the replays are always available. Please check those out and use those in case that's helpful. Also, one of the most important things that we hear from folks is, listen, they all love to meet with you, but they all are also thinking ahead to, is this person ready to get in front of a hiring manager? And so we just kicked off our Thursday career prep series. This is for everybody, active duty, separated students. And it's basically a way for employers to give you information that they want you to know now to help you be successful in your career search. We also next Friday are hosting an Employer Connect for Luke Air Force Base. It is now virtual, which means anybody can join us. If you have any interest in meeting directly with any of these employers that you see here, please definitely sign up to join us next Friday at 10 Pacific. We also, sorry, I'm talking really fast because I'm trying to get to opening up the breakout rooms. We also just wanted to make sure, you know, we do partner with Veterati. These are really large events, right? You may not get the one-to-one time that you need, and that's okay, right? I mean, this is the starting point. But if you are interested in talking with veteran employees at some of these companies to get a feel for the culture of the company and ask questions, this is a great way to do that. So you can do that by going to our website. And then we are partnering directly with Amazon, Cushman & Wakefield, Tech Systems, and Wells Fargo with their employees for these one-to-one chats. This is a test for us. Please give us your feedback. All right. We are here today because we are working hard to help you find DoD SkillBridge opportunities that may work for you. SkillBridge is an opportunity for you to enhance your marketability and your post-separation career prospects. It is for any rank, enlisted or officer. This comes directly from the DoD SkillBridge website. If you are not leveraging that, I highly encourage you to do that. And I want to share with you a little bit about what I've seen. These are not official numbers from the DoD, but I've been tracking the number of providers that are listed on the DoD SkillBridge website. And I wanted to just show you the explosive growth that there has been from industry partners eager to engage in this program. I also want you to know that this is still a newish program. So keep that in mind, right? We're all here because we're all learning together. Mike Piper said it best. You'll hear from Mike in a second. We're all learning together. It's a new program for all of these providers, and it's a new program for you as a transitioning service member. I'm going to stop for a quick second. If Boris Kuhn is on, Boris, can you unmute your mic and let me know? All right. Boris Kuhn is the director of DoD SkillBridge credentialing. He was working hard to try to get here today. And if he does pop up, I just wanted to give him a quick minute to be able to say hello and to welcome all of you. But that's okay. If he may be able to join us in just a second. Boris has done tremendous work over the past couple of years to bring in new industry partners. And so we really appreciate all of his efforts at the DoD. All right. I also want to give you a minute to hear from our sponsoring employers for 50 Strong SkillBridge Connect. This is a group of individuals that I work closely with, and they're really, really here because they want to support the community effort of SkillBridge toward veteran employment. So I'm going to stop the screen share. And if each of our leads could just, for a couple of minutes, share a little bit about their program and who they are, that'd be great. And I will start with Mike. I already mentioned you. I'll start with you. I think I normally leave you for last, Mike, but I'm starting with you today. Mike Piper from Lowe's Companies.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to be here. I am with Lowe's. Most of you know Lowe's Companies as the box store that you go and shop and get your stuff for your home improvement. But there's a lot more to Lowe's that you may not know in the back end, as well as tons of different corporate opportunities. So with our DoD SkillBridge, we focus on two real solid areas, which is our store fellowship and our supply chain fellowship. We actually onboard those every beginning of the month starting in 2022. So that's something new. We'll start every first of the month will be a new cohort of individuals coming in from a SkillBridge perspective at Lowe's. And we actually offer that in almost all of our stores across the country. So if you're trying to go back home and go back to point enlistment, there's a Lowe's close by. You're interested in retail, interested in store management, come talk to us. We'll be able to talk to you about our program, talk to you about what we have to offer. And if you are one of those that may not be able to do SkillBridge, definitely stop by. We have right around 17,000 jobs open right now. And frankly, we have everything from somebody in our stores to aviation pilots. So when I say there's everything in the kitchen sink, there absolutely is here at Lowe's and tons of different opportunities. So stop by, say hello. You'll be, myself will be in there. I'm an Air Force veteran, and then we'll have one of our military spouse recruiters, Rebecca, in there as well. So stop by and say hi.
Thank you so much, Mike. Mike, you reminded me, I'm gonna launch a quick poll. Mike, what rank were you when you separated?
E4.
Thank you. I am launching a quick poll. In there, you will see that I'm asking a question about either your current rank or the rank you were when you separated. I want you to know that what you'll hear from many of these employers, especially if you are a junior enlisted, please hear me. They certainly are seeking your skills and your talents. And so I want to make sure that you're hearing that. So with that, definitely take a look at that poll. All right, next up from ADP, Harris, how are you? Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Candy. Appreciate it. And thanks. What a great crowd we got today. Got a lot of employers, lots of service members. So it's great. My name's Harris Morris. I run the Veterans Initiative for ADP. If you're not familiar with ADP, that's okay. I wasn't either when I got out. But we are a human capital management company. We pay about 1 out of every 6 people in the United States each month. We've got about 30,000 employees here in the US, over 900,000 clients. We do things like payroll, talent, benefits administration, time and attendance, all kinds of things that are related to taking care of people. And we support our clients of all sizes with those types of services. So if you are SkillBridge eligible, we have opportunities. I actually dropped some of those into the chat. I'll also just drop it in here that we just had a recent SkillBridge opportunity open up in Northern New Jersey as well. If anybody might be looking to get to that area. But, thanks for joining. We look forward to seeing you in the ADP breakout room and can talk to you a little bit more about ADP as a career choice, whether or not SkillBridge or if you're looking for full-time employment. Thanks, Kenny.
Harris, you had some SkillBridge folks starting this week, didn't you?
We had a total of 5 that started over the last 2 weeks.
Love it. Wonderful.
Yep.
Thank you, Harris. Next up is Amazon, one of our longest running partners. Nicole, we thank you for being here. The floor is yours for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Candy. Yeah, hi everyone. I am Nicole Morrison. I am the program manager here at Amazon who leads all things SkillBridge on the Global Military Affairs team. And so we'll talk today a little bit in regards to, of course, our program, what we offer. Definitely a lot more than just delivery drivers. I know when everybody thinks of Amazon, it's, oh, I get my packages in 2 days. And if you're like me, you get them pretty much weekly. But outside of that, we have a lot of opportunities. I don't know if everybody's familiar, but we recently made a pledge to hire 100,000 veterans and military spouses through 2024. So a lot of initiative to bring in veterans and their spouses and caregivers into the company. So we'll talk more on that as well. And then, of course, talking more about a couple of pathways into Amazon through SkillBridge, whether that's industry direct through us directly or through third parties like Hiring Our Heroes. We'll kind of cover everything in our breakout session. Thank you, Candy.
Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate you being here. Next up is United Health Group. Eddie, can I turn it over to you for a couple of minutes?
Thank you, Ms. Candy. It's a pleasure to be here. I am Eddie Dunn. I help head the Military Fellowship Program for United Health Group. We're a Fortune 5 company in the healthcare industry, 330,000 employees globally. So we're very deep into the healthcare space. Think about all the COVID vaccine operations, everything going around the world. We are a very busy organization when it comes to everything, when it comes to healthcare. We have 5 type of roles: business, finance, operations, clinical operations, IT, customer service, and thematically throughout each of those 4, we have a lot of project management roles across all of those 4 tracks that we have. We're a non-cohort style, so we're very customized towards our business demand to where the supply of the talent meets the demand of the business. With me today, I have 2 special guests. Of course, my sidekick, Barbara Beltran, who is an alumni of our program, by the way, just got converted. So we lead by example, we lean in, and Barbara is Navy, so Army, Navy working together. But more importantly, I have one of my executive sponsors on today. So Kevin Shaw from OptumRx, which is a part of United Health Group. So just if I can quickly, it's one of those rare things that you see Army, Navy, and Air Force all working together. It's a very cool thing. It's a rare thing. But I just wanted to give them each 30 seconds each to introduce themselves, and then we'll talk more when we get to the breakout room. So Barbara, if you can introduce yourself really quickly.
Hi, I'm Barbara Beltram. I am just retired September 30th, but I've been in the program since June. Very customized. They were super flexible with the things I had to deal with. I'm a Navy chief, so if any of you guys know how busy they are, that was something that was super important to me. And also happy birthday to the Navy today.
I knew she'd get that in there. Kevin, how about yourself?
Kevin Traw, I'm the vice president of our Dividos pharmacy, which does multi-packaging, and OptumRx just recently moved over there. I've been here about 8 years, retired aircraft maintenance, lieutenant colonel in 2014, started at OptumRx as an individual contributor, which means I had no one was working for me, and been on the journey since. And I've been, as Eddie mentioned, I'm one of the 3 executive sponsors at UHG for the DoD SkillBridge program, and I've had 5 people join my team specifically this program. And I mentioned the chat. I won't go over 30 seconds, but Candy mentioned earlier that on my team, 3 of my hires have been E4s, right? So I think it's a misconception that this program is only for retirees or officers. That's incorrect. It is for everyone coming out of the military. So thanks for having me here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. We really appreciate you being here. Okay. From Cushman & Wakefield, Matt, how are you this morning? Thank you for being here.
Hey, Candy. Thank you. Thank you again for having us. There's so many things that I heard other people say, and then I'm reading some of the comments that I want to unpack here, but I want to make sure that I'm addressing a few things. My name is Matt Disher. I lead the national military programs, military veteran programs here at Cushman & Wakefield. I am joined by my counterpart, Jamie McCall, who specifically works in and among the SkillBridge space inside of our organization. Who's Cushman & Wakefield? We are one of the big 3 global commercial real estate firms. For a lot of people in the military, you might be unfamiliar with what commercial real estate looks like. Commercial real estate is virtually everything that is not a residential house, like a single family house, or government infrastructure like a highway. Effectively, that's retail centers, that's shopping malls, shopping centers, it's skyscrapers, it's office parks, office buildings, multifamily buildings, and even empty fields. And now that I mention Cushman & Wakefield, when you're driving on the highway and you see an empty parcel of property, you are going to see our sign or one of those of our competitors in that space. And you're going to say, hey, I know what that industry is now. So the roles that we have are things like recruiting, engineering, and maintenance. We manage some of the most iconic properties in the United States, in the world. Some of those places are like where the Patriots play, or where you fly in and out of in Seattle or Miami Airport, things like that. And then just office buildings around the United States where you're visiting and working. Candy makes me tell this story, so I will have to do it here while we're along the lines of enlisted. One of the reasons why we jumped into SkillBridge and are investing so heavily into it is because we are not always looking for and when we do bring on and hire a lot of careerists, the 20+ year careerists, but we're also looking for the E4s and E5s. We're also looking for the people that have done 4, 8, 10 years in the military. And so probably half of the people that we've brought on through our SkillBridge program in the last 12 months have been in that middle enlisted rank structure. So, and actually a relative few of them are officers. I was a Marine combat engineer. I blew things up in shotguns, and that's what my resume said. And I know that a lot of people will kind of laugh about this, because one of the biggest transitions from the military is how do I translate my skills to corporate America? Much to my surprise, when I left the Marine Corps, nobody could use a guy who could blow things up and shoot guns. Shocking, I know, but it took me a few years to kind of plug into some of the operations that eventually led me to my career. I'd say that this program exists now. It did not exist when I got out. It has not existed historically for most people who have ever served in the military, and it aims to solve all of the issues that military veterans in transition historically have. So please do take advantage of all of the resources, all of the conversations, knock on our doors, connect with us, have this conversation, because your success is also our goal as well. So I look forward to the conversation we're having today.
Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it. So I've been looking at the chat. I'm also getting a lot of private messages from folks that are junior enlisted. I want you to know, first of all, I want to thank you for being here. I'm also going to share the results of the poll for everybody's awareness. 70% of the folks are joining us for the first time here at 50 Strong. And about 60% of the folks that are with us are E7 or below. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here. Here's what I want you to hear. I work with all types of employers. They need all kinds of people, right? They need officers. They need junior enlisted. They need all types of people. So if you take nothing away, especially given the private messages, a couple of them that I'm seeing coming in, reach out. If you are hearing from your commands that you are not eligible for SkillBridge because you are junior enlisted, please let us know this. This is really important for us to hear. With that, I'd like to introduce you to my favorite E4, my husband, Kevin. Kevin, do you mind to just say hello and share a little bit maybe about the state you were in when you came out of the military, if you don't mind, just for a couple minutes.
Yeah, Roger that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm Kevin Tillman. Pleasure meeting everybody. Thank you all for joining, both on the employer side and then on as service members. I got out in 2005. I had a college degree. My expectation was that I would transition nicely. That did not work out at all. It took me quite a few years to get an understanding of what was even out there. Luckily, I had a Candy that helped me out. She had spent, at that time, probably 12, 15 years in industry that was able to kind of work through this process. And it was one of the most uncomfortable situations you can be in, even after being in the military. So I'm really grateful that everybody is on as a service member, just taking the fact you're aware of this and making an effort to figure out what's going on. How can I get employment in advance is critical. So yeah, as Candy said, kudos to you guys for attending. And then the employers work really well in this space. Most of the time they're at each other's throats. But in this particular environment, when it comes to veterans, they're always looking for a good way to find veterans and employ you. So this is a great starting point for it. And I'm just grateful from the employer side that you guys are all here. But definitely take advantage of this. I was not aware, a lot of you guys may be, but when it comes to the different opportunities that are out there, Lowe's is Lowe's and CVS is CVS and Amazon is Amazon, but they all have tons and tons of roles that I was not aware of. I just thought you were either a cop, a policeman, a fireman, or, there was like 10 jobs in the world. But there's countless opportunities in different ways. Once you get yourself in the door, you can navigate your way through it. That's critical. My opinion is be careful with trying to find that perfect job. Find an opportunity, find a good company that's solid, and then navigate around. And it's not like you're married to that company for 20 years. That's not the way the game is played here. Once you join the Army, you're not with the Army. You can bounce to the Navy, and it's a different world out here, man, for sure. So anyway, that's my quick little spiel. So Candy, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for everybody for attending today.
Thank you so much, Kev. I really appreciate it. The welcome time I generally try to keep to 20 minutes. We're a little bit over, but given kind of some of the things that came up today, I think it's a really important conversation. I do see many of you talking about SkillBridge denial because of your rank. Again, we all want you to keep sharing these stories, and together we will help drive this program forward. I've been in corporate industry for 20 years and now working directly in veteran employment full-time for almost 4 years. I believe that SkillBridge has amazing potential to be a game changer. And this is why I invest so much time in it. This is also why many of the folks that you see here invest so much time in SkillBridge. So today we have breakout rooms that each of the SkillBridge providers that you see here are going to be hosting. The SkillBridge leaders from these organizations are here because they want to meet with you. So these are awesome organizations. If you are joining us for the first time and you are not quite comfortable running or navigating breakout rooms, please feel free to stay here with us during the first one and we can kind of walk you through. But from a housekeeping perspective, here's what we're going to do. We are going to open the breakout rooms. There will be 3 cycles of 20 minutes. So during all 3 breakout rooms, providers, please stay in your room. And then service members, you can navigate, right? So you can pick 3 providers and spend 20 minutes with each of them. We will broadcast messages to let you know when we're at about the 2-minute mark remaining. If you go into a breakout room and you're like, it's not for me, I want to go somewhere else for the remainder of the time, that's okay. Here's what I'd ask. Please be respectful. So I think we all just be respectful as you're navigating breakout rooms. It is okay if you need to leave before the 20-minute mark, just be respectful. I hate to have to say this, but I need to based on our last event. If you are here selling to service members, a service, whatever it is, I ask you to not do that. They are here because they're looking for SkillBridge opportunities. I ask that you be respectful of that. If you are here because you're trying to do business development to some of these employers, I also ask for you to refrain from that. Again, these employers are here because they're specifically trying to support the SkillBridge program. All right. So how do I choose my breakout rooms? Great question. We work really hard to collaborate with each of these SkillBridge providers and more to help you figure out how you can easily identify where there may be roles at the city location in many situations that work for you. Here's the deal. If you know that you have to separate and go to Phoenix, Arizona, which is where we live, I want you to know where are the programs that have opportunities in Phoenix, Arizona to help you navigate that a little bit, right? So you can go, if I were you, I would just open up a browser next to the Zoom and go to www.50strong.us/SkillBridgeConnect. Kev, do you mind to pop that into the chat box for me? And you can go over there.
Roger.
Please do this from a desktop. It's going to be much simpler. We're not quite mobile ready. We're working on it, but we're not there yet. Please do this from a desktop. And then when you do that, you'll let this embedded Google Sheet load. And what I recommend is that you look at the nationwide opportunities and then scroll down to find your state of interest. So let's say you're stationed at Luke Air Force Base, but you're going to Montgomery, Alabama, right? Or maybe Destin, Florida as a backup, right? You would look at nationwide and then go to Alabama, look under the cities, go to Florida, look under those cities. And basically that will help you figure out which providers you want to meet with today. Important point, when you go to our website, the ones that are in red are the ones that are at 50 strong today. All right. If there are any questions, again, just stay with us in the first room and we'll help you out. When we open the breakout rooms, there will be a button at the bottom of your screen that says breakout rooms. You choose a room and then click join. And what you're going to want to do is hover over the number next to the name of the room that you want to go into. And when you hover over it, it'll change to join. When you get ready to leave that breakout room, you're just going to select leave room and that'll rejoin you to the main session. And then you can select another breakout room. If you have issues moving among the breakout rooms, please use the chat box and type only these things. We can manually move you, but I need to know your name, the room you're currently in, and the room you want to move to. All right, at this time, the breakout rooms are open. And you may all navigate into your breakout rooms. Friendly reminder to the SkillBridge providers, please stay in your rooms as service members navigate. All right, again, if anybody is confused, just stay with us in the main room. We'll go over all this again in a second.